Right, and joining you in an empty stadium today. It's normally very noisy here. Block 3. Which seat are you in? You're in the supporter seat today.
75. How lucky are they?
Which
Seat
row?
75.
Row
P. I hope these are not one of the boo boys. 75. I'm sure they're not. It's the loud block, isn't it?
It is a very loud block, let's say. I'm joining you today, obviously, because we found out that you've been, after a long wait, promoted. Tell me how you're feeling.
Yeah, listen, it's obviously something special. It's something we set out to do. We come all the way down to Plymouth to hopefully get this football club back where we felt it belongs for the short periods, which we are now there. So, but ultimately, listen, I'd like to thank everyone associated with the football club, first and foremost, the chairman, Simon Hallett and Jane Hallett, and obviously the board of directors. Then obviously my sidekick and assistant manager Stephen Schumacher for the hard work he's put in, along with the rest of my backroom staff, and then ultimately obviously the players, because when we first arrived and we asked them to buy into what we were trying to do and we showed them how it works, the ones who are still here now and who've contributed have bought into what we tried to do. So listen, it's a special mention to them, and then obviously lastly the fans, because they had a turbulent year the following year. They were relegated, and we were here tasked with a job to get them back into League One, and we've certainly done that, so very pleased.
You've had to be extremely patient. I think it's been nearly 3 months this week since you last kicked the ball. You're quite a high intensity manager. You like your preparation. How difficult has it been for you to sort of sit and wait for the phone to ring, and also speak to your players and keep them informed as well?
Yeah, it was tough. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I never come out once early on in the season and said we're going to do this and we're going to do that, because you're always there to be shot down. But a part of me is disappointed because we set out to win the league, and ultimately when you set out to do something, you want to do it. And I think Neil's already said it in a couple of interviews he's done, that we had a get together in Spain and we set our objectives out. Listen, I'm not complaining because we've finished third and there's two good teams as well in Crewe and Swindon Town, so congratulations to them too, because they've done terrific also. But ultimately, waiting for the phone to ring to decide whether it's been done on points per game or weight of points per game, whatever way it suited us to be promoted into League One. So it's been tough, but again, listen, you have to wait for some things like that, don't you? They always say that, at the end of the day, it's a waiting game in terms, but the good news always comes, and the players have been terrific. They've understood the situation. They've known that whatever way it was to work out, we were going to get promoted. So listen, it's been great. It's now that, disappointing a little bit that we can't celebrate with the fans and everyone associated, but trust me, we will have our day to celebrate.
You've now had 2 full seasons as manager, and you've been promoted on both occasions. Very different circumstances. How proud are you of that record?
Yeah, you know what, Dan, I was coming down with a little lad today, and I still haven't had time for it to sink in, and to think what I've done. Last year was a bit turbulent, to say the least, and then this year's been the same. So I haven't really sat back and gone, oh yeah, we've done this, we've done that. I will do once the week or two out the way, and we've had our silent celebrations, if you like, and we've enjoyed that. It's sinking in. But ultimately, I think I may have to sit back and have a little think of how we've done it and what we've done. But listen, I'm not a manager that wants to sit still, as you well know. I'm a manager that's eager for success. I chase success quite a bit. I did as a player, I'm doing as a manager. Yeah, it's nice to have 2 back-to-back promotions, but ultimately, it's my second full season. I want to hope this is just the start, because when you're at a terrific football club like Plymouth Argyle, the only way is up, and that's what we'd be looking to do. But again, circumstances may change that in terms of the pandemic that's hit everyone hard, and the football, finances and everything else. But look, we're thoroughly pleased, me, my staff and everyone associated with the football club, to get this football club back to League One.
In many ways, you've been promoted from the same league as you were last year. You've brought some of the personnel with you, so it might feel similar in some ways, but in a lot of ways it's very different. I'm wondering whether you can compare them or rank this promotion in amongst your career's achievements as a player and a manager.
Well, it'll go down in my history books, if you like, because wherever you go, look, when I turned up at Plymouth Argyle, the expectations were massive, and then you seen arch rivals, having a good start and being above us in the league for a certain amount of time, and then you get one or two fans questioning. And look, I know I'm not stupid. I know one or two questions, and a small minority will probably questioning, we're not going to do it, we can't do it, whatever way. So, I'm not foolish enough to think that, it's been tough. I know it's been tough because, when you've got potentially between 15 and 18,000 fans to keep happy, it's always the task. That was what we set out to do. We set out to keep them happy. We come down and we galvanised the place, we changed the place, we changed the philosophy and everything else with it. I think we've changed the structure and the dynamics of everything around Plymouth Argyle now. But as for where would it rank, listen, it's a special because it's promotion. Any promotion you get, I know there's managers out there who've been managing for 15, 20 years and haven't had a promotion. So, I'm obviously pleased with that. But again, the players who come with us, they knew what we were about. They knew what we were coming here to do. And I said before, the players who stayed and contributed, they played a big part because they bought into everything we asked them to do.
You touched on the supporters there, and obviously how you feel that perhaps the pressure was quite on early in the season. I think it's probably fair to say that certainly towards the final weeks, pretty much everyone had bought into it, and they've taken you to heart, the supporters. And I'm wondering, having been unable to win the promotion in front of them, whether you have a message for them now.
Yeah, well, listen, ultimately the message is thank you, because as I said before, previous, that there was probably a small minority that was thinking we weren't going to do it and how we were wanting to play and the style. But again, they sat patient. I think we'd come out in a few press conferences and said, with patience, you've got to be patient, and patience is key. But I think that they've seen the football. I've had loads of tweets, loads of messages, loads of letters to say the football, all the generations of 60, 70-year-old men saying they haven't seen football like that at home park for 20 odd years, which is nice. So again, listen, we just want to thank them because they're being our 12th man, as they've said in the programme, the Green Army. Yeah, a part of me is disappointed that we couldn't go on and win the league, and a part of me is disappointed we can't go and celebrate with them at home park, but trust me, we'll make sure we do it one way or another.
You may have been deprived of that opportunity because of the circumstances, but you certainly had quite a few standout moments during this season. If you were only to pick one, what would your favourite moment be of the last year?
Do you know what? There's plenty of moments. Listen, we had some tough moments as well on the road, and I think we only lost once at home. And then you see a couple of people questioning because you've lost once at home and stuff like that. But I think that one of the biggest games, and it just stands out for me because we sort of changed shape a little bit. We went to a 3-4-3 and played three attackers up, and it was away at Mansfield, and it was a dogged performance. And I think my celebration at the end of that game was there to be reckoned for, because when you haven't, I think we'd lost 2 and drawn 1, and we needed to get back on that winner's streak, because you go 4, 5, 6 games without winning, then everyone's like, oh God, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And we know we have to satisfy these fans because there's something special about them. Again, so I think the one that stands out for me, listen, that's just because it sticks in my head, and it was a nitty-gritty performance, and we played 3 up front and Connor's great strike. So I think the one for me, there's probably others, we went to Crawley and drew 2-2, we played probably by far one of the best we've played all season, but to get back on that winning streak at Mansfield away was very important.
So now, after your second successive promotion from this division, you're going to, fingers crossed, all being well, have the opportunity to finally get back in managing League One. How excited are you about it?
Yeah, listen, I'm excited. I said when we got Berry promoted and the circumstances changed there, and I did say I was taking a step back to take 2 steps forward. Well, we've took 1 step, but we can't get carried away. League One's a tough league. There's some big clubs in there, and there's potentially still going to be some more big ones with the playoffs coming, and there's only going to be one that goes up. But listen, we're just looking forward to testing ourselves against good opposition. You're looking forward to going to the likes of Sunderland. I know Portsmouth are in the playoffs, so we're not too sure that Ipswich and places like this. So it's massively important for this football club to be in League One. We'd love to push on, no question, but we have to make sure that we do what's right. A lot of things are going to change in football up and down the country over the next 12 months. So we've just got to make sure that we can get a team together, get a squad together, which I'm sure we will, and we try and be competitive in League One, because I think we can certainly do that.
Obviously, now that you have been officially promoted, it gives you kind of the opportunity to implement your plans, I guess, moving forward in this kind of new structure of football. How are you getting on with those plans?
Yeah, good. Obviously, listen, we've been planning, we've been planning since before Christmas. Obviously you have to plan for 2 different leagues because you don't know where you're going to be. We were confident that we could get out the league from day dot, and then obviously come around Christmas and you think we're in a good place to kick on. But again, look, we have a recruitment policy and a strategy of what type of players we want, what type of lads we're looking for. Again, but at the moment, obviously everything's on hold because we don't know when we're going to be back playing. We don't know when the season's going to start, pre-season. But look, we're ready. As soon as we get the green light, we'll be ready to rock and roll and to bring some additions to this football club.
We're obviously all looking forward to that. How are you going to celebrate tonight?
I'm not sure yet. There's only me and my lad down, so I'll have to take it easy with him. But again, no, we can't. I think I'll go and see Schumacher, my assistant manager, first and foremost, and I'll try and get round to a few of the staff who are down here and spend a few days down here, and hopefully we can have a social distance beer to save the champagne for when the fans are with us.